Okay, so go back to this video where I described like the stages of like relationships with people with BPD. I answered this question originally and I was like, I'm still figuring it out. And not to say that I'm figuring it out, but I finally got to that I'm like that I've had it all figured out, but I am getting to a space where I'm finally like, okay, I want to stop putting people like on a pedestal. So after like um my last devaluation stage of the relationship process with BPD, I was like, you know what? I'm tired of like putting my romantic partners on a pedestal. And now I'm just like, I'm in I'm coming down from the devaluation stage. And now I am telling myself, like, hey, this person is a person. They have their own set of patterns just like you do. So I'm constantly like just in my mind, like, this person is a person. They are their own person. They are their own person with their own set of patterns. I'm not the only one with that is a human being with my own set of patterns and my own mental health things going on. Everybody has their own mental health things going on. Yeah, my hands be so ashy. Um, so now I'm just like in that stage of like constantly reminding myself of that so that I don't get into the habit of like idealizing my person because they're not God. Um, and and because they are their own person and they deserve to be treated as such, as instead of me treating them as a person who is supposed to be perfect, and it's like if you don't fit into my life perfectly, then you deserve to be devalued and thrown away. Now I'm in the stage of like, I don't know, like I feel like before I just was so before I would come down off of the devaluation and then go back into idealization and just want to like, do a lot of shit to reinforce that this person is like made for me and like um we're supposed to be together, like really now I'm just kind of like, all right, you are here in this relationship, be present, understand that they are a person with their own patterns and their own set of things that bother them mentally, and honestly just like learn to be okay and comfortable with their patterns, and then like allow them to be okay and comfortable with your patterns, and like you know y'all are supposed to work on those together, but see where y'all can fit at. And I always say like in relationships, like I'm kind of learning that like we are all people, nobody's problems outweighs the fucking other. um and I don't know, I'm just kind of learning like how to make my flaws compatible with other people's flaws, instead of trying to make everything perfect, because perfectionism is literally what is killing everyone, so I am now off of the devaluation and I don't want to go back to the idealization. So I'm just kind of like, just don't get so wrapped up. Like, I'm just trying not to get so wrapped up into how I was before. Like, I can still kind of feel myself in the idealization vibe, but I'm definitely constantly checking myself on it. Like, don't idealize them. Do not idealize them, because that is going to land you in a space that you were at before. Instead, just learn to accept them for who they are and learn to accept yourself for who you are. Like literal, like radical acceptance. I think when it comes to BPD, radical acceptance is like the biggest thing that we deal with. I was talking about this on live yesterday. I was saying how um somebody was asking me like, how do you like lessen the triggers, and I was like, I literally don't. I can't lessen the triggers, and that's the thing that I have to really accept, is the fact that there's going to be shit that is always triggering me because I am hypersensitive, because I have been diagnosed with BPD. That's just what the fuck come with it. But the thing about it is, I want to lean into the triggers. What is it that is triggering me? And then go from there. Like once I lean into it, feel it, like, okay, where am I feeling this at? Am I feeling it in my chest? Am I feeling it in my shoulders? Am I feeling it in my stomach? Am I feeling it in my neck? Somebody said that yesterday on live, like they feel, their triggers and stuff like in their neck, like their stress in their neck. And it's like that is where I have to start from, like where I'm feeling all of this stuff at, and then go from there and like, okay, like, is this really upsetting me? Let me walk off. Let me do what I have to do. Um Even if I got to take some time, like, and I think for some of us, like, it takes a lot of time for us to come down from like splitting. I talked about it the other day on live. Like, it took me a while to come down from splitting. Like, I did a voice note. I went on like a really long drive, and I just did a voice memo, and I talked into it. Was super angry inside of my voice memo. Then the next day, I could kind of feel myself feeling like a little bit standoffish, a little, and that's one thing that I do want to work on. I want to work on being able to like still be angry in my body, but like not allow that to impact how I'm handling people or how I'm communicating with people. So yeah, I could definitely feel myself like still being standoffish. And then like that third day, I went on a walk, and I was like, you know what, I'm kind of tired of like feeling like this. So I went on a walk, and I just kind of like calmed down. And then after that, I came inside, and I just kind of like I was able to express my feelings, and it felt really good. And I'm still not done. I said that there was something else that I want to do, but I talked about it on live. But just I really wanted to come and like update on that, on how like I'm dealing with idealization and like devaluation, because I don't know, but I feel like I'm in a space where I'm like, okay, I gotta stop that whole idealization and devaluation thing. I have to just keep it kosher, and keep everything neutral, and understand that everybody is their own person, and don't go off into the deep end by placing them on a pedestal, if that makes sense. So hope that helped, guys.